You've been at the court this morning. What exactly has been said, and what we know that there was an application for Joey to be taken to hospital because of his hand. What is the outcome of that?
Well, thank you so much, Dan Mwangi. Tough speaking Justice James Wakiaga issued that ruling saying that the bail application for Jacque Maribe and the other co-accused in this particular murder case, James Irungu alias Joey, can only happen on 24th. The defense team had attempted, led by Jacque Maribe's lawyer, Wakiaga, they had attempted to convince the court at least to have that particular hearing sooner, as soon as today afternoon. But however, Justice Wakiaga was so clear that that cannot happen. It has to be rescheduled for a later date, and finally they agreed on the 24th. But also, Joey's lawyer had also requested that at least that particular hearing be made on 22nd or 23rd, but the prosecution, led by the prosecutor Catherine Mwaniki, said that they will not be ready by then, and so it was agreed that 24th October will be the ideal date, set 11:30 a.m. exactly, the exact time that that particular bail hearing will be had. What you're not sure, Dan, and our viewers are watching us live from the Milimani Law Courts, is whether on that particular day, the 24th October, is also the date when the bail ruling will be had. Like we've witnessed other cases before this one, maybe a bail ruling will be set again on a different date. So, which means that the two accused in this particular murder case for Monica Kimani, the late, they may spend more time in detention. But also, Dan Mwangi, Justice James Wakiaga also directed the prosecution, or even the industrial area remand prison, to enable the first accused in this particular case, who is James Irungu alias Joey, to seek specialized treatment at the Kenyatta National Referral Hospital. Remember that the lawyers representing Joey had said that Joey was being given only painkillers at the remand prison at industrial area, and so that one convinced Justice Wakiaga to issue that particular directive that indeed Joey be taken to Kenyatta National Referral Hospital and given specialized treatment. So that was all we witnessed. We were able to see some few personalities in court. One of them, person who works in the office of the president, that is Dennis Itumbi. For the second time, he was in court in solidarity with Jacque Maribe. And the other day, we also witnessed Dennis Itumbi, just being gentleman enough and also extending a handshake to Joey, that is James Irungu, the prime suspect, who the prosecution are saying is the prime suspect in this particular case. He was in court also today. We also witnessed family members, especially Jacque Maribe's mother, was also present in court. And the courtroom was a little bit small, a little bit tiny compared to the other case. Remember that this particular case was referred to a different court, now being overseen, or rather now which has Justice James Wakiaga presiding over it. Initially, it was Justice Jessie Lesit who had this particular case, but she actually moved the particular case to a different court, meaning that maybe, just maybe, from today onwards, it would be Justice James Wakiaga, presiding over this particular matter. So we will know on 24th whether the bail application by the defense team will be given the green light, or rather whether the Justice Wakiaga will rule that the particular ruling, whether the accused be granted bail or bond on a later date, on the same date, we will have to wait for up to 24th for that particular decision to be made. But for now, Jacque Maribe, the other accused person in this particular murder case, remains detained at the Langata Women's Prison. As for Joey, James Joseph Irungu will be at the Industrial Area Remand Prison. Done.
All right, Seth, and just something else. The judge had spoken about access of information regarding to the case to the media, the fact that the media has been having scoops and having information that has been apparently leaked. What did he say about this specifically?
Well, thank you so much, Dan. Actually, I wanted to also highlight on this particular issue that was raised by, Justice James Wakiaga. He said that there was a lot of information coming out of the media, some of which might be misleading and some of it might influence the outcome of this particular case. And so he also put into account, or rather he questioned both the prosecution and the defense team, asking who is giving information to the media, because that information does not necessarily mean that it is true. And Justice James Wakiaga says that from now on he has directed the media from publishing anything that is going on in this particular case, and he has warned to take action if that will be ignored. Dan, remember that this follows a publication from one of the dailies today about Monica Kimani's, the late Monica Kimani's money misery. And this particular headline, actually we are meant to understood that both the defense and the prosecution have formally complained to the court, and so they want that information being taken in regards to this particular court case and being relayed to the public, be guarded against, and that is what then led to Justice Wakiaga, talking so toughly against that particular issue. And actually he called upon, he wanted to ask in person for the chief, or rather the lead investigator, who's Mr. Maxwell Otieno, in this particular case. He wanted to ask him in person if indeed he was the officer who's giving the media this information. But Maxwell Otieno, the lead investigator in this particular case, was not in person in case today, and so the media has been warned that to make sure that it guards against what it relays to the public, otherwise that will be court prejudice. Done.
Very much, Seth Olale, for that brief. Definitely it's good information for us to have in regards to this case.